So I was talking to my mom, and my mom was down with the Freaknik era, but she wasn't down with it, if that makes sense. Like, she was definitely down with the music. They had some bustin' house music in the 90s. But, she was going to parties, but more wholesome ones. Everybody dressed decent and they having a good time. But going out in the street with her ass out, going to these freak parties and niggas touching on her, slapping all that weave on her head, all them long ass nails, she was not with that. And my mama got a fat ass. She definitely wasn't going out with her ass out. Hell no. She wasn't doing all that mess. She wasn't that down. Like, my mom was born in 1964. So her prime days, when she was in her best days, looking her best, that was in the 70s and early 80s. By the time Freaknik came out, she already had 2 kids. Me and my older sister. So you really think she was gonna go out there and shake all that shit, put on all that makeup, all these niggas grabbing her ass and shit? No. She was a mother of two by then. She definitely was better than that. I know I ain't finna see her on this documentary.
What's going on, people? It's your guy, Ali the Bastard. They are in total denial. Black men, not Neils, but black men. I'm gonna need y'all to go get y'all passports pronto, expeditiously. Honestly, like matter of fact, look, the first 4 people that say that they're gonna get their passports this week, I'm gonna challenge you guys to a foot race to the airport. I don't give a damn. We got to go. Got to go. Because these young 304s are very well trained. They're very well trained. They're trained to follow in the footsteps of course, their ain't ain't-ish moms. I'm gonna play this one more time for you guys, okay? Play this one more time for y'all. And what I want y'all to do is, before I go and I play it through for the third time with my commentary, I want you to find all the flaws. That's my challenge to you guys this morning. Hey, what's going on? I'm Ali the Bastard. I challenge you. Please, please find the flaws and see if yours match and align with mine that I found. Because I got to play this one 3 times. I got to. It's like I feel like I'd be doing a disservice to you brothers, passport bros, if I didn't play this 3 damn times. This delusional dingy dumpster of semen. Oh my gosh, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. No, let me stop. I'm gonna chill for a minute. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna take another one of these drinks out this 7-Eleven cup like a real nil. And just one more time. Just see if you can see what I can see. Do you see what I see? Whew, boy.
So I was talking to my mom,
Mhm.
and my mom was down with the Freaknik era, but she wasn't down with it, if that makes sense. Like, she was definitely down with the music. They had some bustin' house music in the 90s. But, she was going to parties, but more wholesome ones. Everybody dressed decent and they having a good time. But going out in the street with her ass out, going to these freak parties and niggas touching on her, slapping all that weave on her head, all them long ass nails, she was not with that. And my mama got a fat ass. She definitely wasn't going out with her ass out. Hell no. She wasn't doing all that mess. She wasn't that down. Like, my mom was born in 1964. So her prime days, when she was in her best days, looking her best, that was in the 70s and early 80s. By the time Freaknik came out, she already had 2 kids. Me and my older sister. So you really think she was gonna go out there and shake all that shit, put on all that makeup, all these niggas grabbing her ass and shit? No. She was a mother of two by then. She definitely was better than that. I know I ain't finna see her on this documentary.
I love the name. I love the fact that the name of this site is TikTok, mainly because of the fact that it's like all of the things that black women try to hide, all of the negative traits, characteristics that they try to hide. Eventually, a it's like a bomb with a detonator. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. At one point in time, all of the mess will explode. Pandora's box will be opened. Let me go through this one more time. Now, let me show you what I see.
So I was talking to my mom, and my mom was down with the Freaknik era, but she wasn't down with it, if that makes sense.
Boss. Now, let's go ahead on and be real with this. If your mom was down with the Freaknik era, then no, she was totally down with it. She was down with it in every way, shape, and form. She was. Your mom was a she was a thought, ma'am. Okay? I can't say it no clearer, I can't say it no softer. I'm Ali the bastard. I am. And I'm gonna tell you, your mom was a
Like she was definitely down with the music. They had some busting house music in the 90s.
uh-huh, and of course, only an Instagram thought would say something like that. They had some busting house music during the 90s. What came out in the 90s? That house music. Oh, I put my hand up on your hip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. You put your hand up on my hip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip, and then I put yours. Then we dip down low and we roll on the ground. That's just one. Do the sissy roll. Do the butterfly, butterfly, butterfly. What? Are you serious? Busting house music? Yes, it was some box busting house music. This lady is glorifying the whorish freaknik themes of the 90s. It's like she's saluting thoughts before her. No, I mean, come on, we could keep going on and going on and going on with this music from the 90s, bruh. Come on. I want to freak you. All these damn thottish ass songs from the 90s. And of course, they gonna just sit here and salute they moms during their thought era. Yo, Passport Rose, this is a young lady. If you're around her age and you don't have a passport, then I'm sorry, there's no hope for you. I'm sorry to say it. Take it from me.
But she was going to parties, but more wholesome ones. Everybody dressed decent and they having a good time. But going out in the street,
Wholesome parties during Freaknik. Ma'am, if you believe that, then let me tell you something too. If you want to believe something real stupid, let me say something real stupid, super slow. When I used to go to the strip club, in order for me to get in, I had to show my ID and they had to give me a King James Version copy of the Bible, and I had to read a passage before I went in. What the dude? Did you see this? Freaknik was all about thought culture and debauchery. It was all about being promiscuous and being disgusting. It was all about niggas just being scrapey. And oh no, 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 no. Don't get me wrong. And don't you dare for one moment think that I'm not about to do a video on these men during Freaknik. Oh yes, you black men, I'm about you black males, I'm about to get your asses too. Because these women brought up some good ass points. There's some good points that was brought up by these women. Now I'm gonna be real with you. Y'all men and women of the previous generation were garbage. You are garbage, garbage, garbage. And you should be ashamed of yourselves. Each and every one of you. But come on. A wholesome party during Freaknik. If this ain't the most delusional freaking woman I've ever seen in my life. She up here with a shirt with holes in them, adjusted her breasts every 5 daggone seconds. And look at the daggone chain. Like this is like super thought type stuff. Like she is nothing more than the procreation of a walking UTI. And I see nothing but vagisil in this lady's future. Honestly, her mom was a walking UTI, and she passed down those thought traits to her thought ass, and now she's gonna be a thought by procreation. That's exactly what it is. Look at it. Let's look at her picture. Let's be perfectly honest. The first thing that you see when you looking at her picture ain't them big ass lips. It's wherever that bling is. It's like almost subliminally. She's trying her best to show all to draw all your attention to her breast with a big T on it, even though it looks like a broken dildo. It looks like a broken dildo is on her chest. That's what that daggone necklace looks like a broken dildo on her chest. And she up here with this holy ass shirt. This shirt is holy as hell. Look at that daggone shirt. It got two holes right there, but she don't care because she wants y'all to see cleave. That's all she wants. While she defends her thought pocket of a mom, while she defends that walking. Oh my gosh, I can't stand her mama and I can't stand her. I can't. She wants to draw all the attention to her breasts and sit here and try to defend that slut bucket she called her mom. Nonsense. Nonsense. Not on Ali channel. You ain't getting away with that, baby. Nah. Sorry.
With her ass out, going to these freak parties, and niggas touching on her, slapping all that weave on her head, all them long ass nails. She was not with that.
How do you know? Were you there? You don't know what kind of walking STD your mom was back in that day. You have absolutely no idea. I got an idea though. I got an idea. I feel like your mom was probably the woman who she ain't had no Tic Tacs in her pocketbook. She had no Tic Tacs. She had nothing but antibiotics. She had antibiotics in a Tic Tac bottle, and she took them every time she had sex. Yeah, I
And my
said
mama
it.
got a fat ass. She definitely wasn't going out.
And that proves that your mama was a walking thigh. That shows that your mom was the inventor of crabs. Your mom was a thought. Your mom was a thought. Your mom was a thought. She was a disgusting human being. Your mom was a human toilet, and you should shut the up.
Out with her ass out. Hell no. She wasn't doing all that mess. She wasn't that down.
Look at how she's serious about
Like
that.
my
Hold on,
mom's
let's go
fat
back.
ass. She definitely wasn't going out with her. Hell, she was not with
Look at how hard she defends her mom for being a thought pocket. Listen to this.
that. And my mama got a fat ass. She definitely wasn't going out with her ass out.
Right.
Hell no.
Why are you looking over to the right?
She wasn't doing all that mess. She wasn't that down.
Uh, How do you know? And it's like the way she looks. You can look at her face. It's like she's trying to convince herself that her mom wasn't the poster child for Vagisil back in Freaknik. She's trying to convince herself. Bruh, she's trying. You can look at her and tell that she's trying to convince herself. Look at this.
She was not with that. And my mama got a fat ass. She definitely wasn't going out with her ass out.
Uh-huh.
Hell no. She
Look at how long she paused. Hell no. Dude, it's like she's literally trying to convince herself as well as you that her mom wasn't smoking with JJ during Freaknik. Really? The woman with holes in her and that one good and her one good breast shirt. That woman. She's trying her best to convince y'all.
she wasn't doing all that mess. She wasn't that down. Like my mom was born in 1964.
Mm.
So her prime days when she was in her best days, looking her best, that was in the 70s.
Now, let's really look at that. Now, she's saying that her prime days when her mom was looking the best was in the 70s. If she was born in 1964, by 19 come on, bro. If she was born in 1964, by the time she was in 1974, she would have been 10 years old. So she was looking her best when she was 10 years old. And look at her eyes. Look at how big they get. She's just really trying to convince whoever the hell watches this video that her mom is not afflicted with gonorrhea.
And early 80s. By the time Freaknik came out, she already had 2 kids.
So by the time Freaknik came out, she had already had 2 kids. I got a question.
Me and my older sister. So you really think she was finna go out there and shake all that shit, put on all that makeup, all these niggas grabbing her ass and shit? No.
Why was your mom attending Freaknik if it was she was 30 years old by then? She was in her 30s. In her 30s. And your mom, instead of taking care of your thought to be ass and your boat ass daggone sibling, she was so busy out there looking for pipe. She was pipe searching. She was a plumber with a big ass. She was a big ass plumber looking for that daggone broken pipe. Much like the broken pipe that's on your chest on that damn chain. And you trying to convince everybody that your mom won't have thought when oh my gosh, when that documentary comes out, I can already see your ass is going you gonna take off work. You ain't going to work that day. Neither is your mom. Y'all not going to work. Y'all gonna watch this documentary together. Uncle Luke, he a part of this too. And you know, Uncle Luke is the king of Pookies and Ray Rays. Let's be perfectly honest. Uncle Luke didn't give a fuck. Not a bit. He didn't care. Uncle Luke used to tear it up. He used to beat up Box like he was a heavyweight champion and the belt was on the line. Let's be real.
She was a mother of two by then. She definitely was better than that.
Keep convincing
I
yourself
know
that,
I
bro.
ain't finna see her on this documentary.
Dog, really. Just convincing herself. It's like she made this video not to convince, not just to convince everybody else, but just to convince her damn self. Her mom was in the thought pocket. And then she takes up the thought pocket traits. And then she properly goes on ahead and she dates the hood cats, the hood wolves, the guys with swag, the guys who she feels that she has a vibe with. She only lays up with vibes and all this other stuff, just like these women back in the past. And it's just so weird how It's just so scary how the art of thoughtism is hereditary. It can be passed on from one generation to another. And then when that generation of next comes about, these women will defend every hoish tendency that their mothers actually engaged in and displayed. This is what you guys have to deal with. This is what you got to deal with. You hard working, everyday black men. This is what you got to deal with. Congratulations. Have fun. You don't want to be a passport bro? You want to stay here? Ah, stay here. Stay here. Keep messing with stuff like this. Keep on. Keep on. Keep on. Keep on. Please keep messing with this stuff. Look, real men, we are going overseas. We are not marrying this stuff. We ain't marrying this trash. We're not. We don't want them. We have a better goal in mind, which is peace, tranquility, and a family way of life, which you can't have with the everyday dot pockets. You can't have it. It's not possible. And shame on this young lady for even defending this. Anyways, once again, like, comment, subscribe. The only time I make videos is when you guys start promoting me, when you guys start invigorating me to make these videos, when you guys start actually hyping me up in the comment section, when you guys are subscribing, sitting here watching my video, watching 7 minutes of it, and then not even trying to give a thumbs up, not trying to give a subscription. That does not help. It does not help. I'm not gonna keep making these daggone videos just for nobody to actually listen. This is the reason why I don't make lives that much anymore. If I wanted to sit here and talk to myself, honestly, you know what I would do? I would turn off the camera and I would just sit here and stare in the mirror and just cry to myself every day. That's exactly what the hell I do. But no, I don't need to talk to myself. I am fine. If you guys want me to talk to you, then dude, it's very simple. Like the damn video. If you agree with what I'm saying, comment, say something. Say like, yep, sure enough. Anything. Try something. Try something. Because of the fact that honestly, when I make these videos, this is directed not just for me being the asshole that I am, and we all know I am, but this is also to help the black community and for us to actually do better as black people. Black people need a new change going forward in this new day and age. When it comes to our children, we need to actually have them up on passports. We need to actually have other wives, and we need to be showing these young brothers how to actually move when it comes to the world. This is dead. I would never want my child to deal with something like this. Ever. Ever. I would hope for the betterment of you, your family, and community that you wouldn't either. Anyways, it's your guy, Ali the Bastard, signing off.